Greetings, friends. This is Reverend Grant from St. George's. This upcoming Sunday is the beginning of our program year. It is Homecoming Sunday, and it is also the Sunday where we will bless all of our students and teachers and all the backpacks. We are blessing everything school related. So I hope that you will come and join us for either of our services at 8 and at 10, or if you're not able to make it in the morning, we also have Second Sunday Supper Church starting at 4:30 in the parish hall. I hope you can join us for any of those opportunities to gather together as community as we begin a new program year, a new school year. You know, as I've been reflecting on beginnings and what this season can mean for us, what it means for me, I found myself drawn to a prayer by St. Therese that is hanging on my wall in my office, which you're welcome to come by and see it. But I'd like to just offer it to you real quick. May today there be peace within. May you trust your highest power that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith. May you use the gifts you have received and pass on the love that has been given you. Let this presence settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. It is there for each and every one of you. I'm struck by two parts of this. May you not forget the infinite possibilities born of faith. May you use the gifts you have received and pass on the love that has been given you. This fall, as we begin a new year, this is an opportunity for us to see how faith opens up infinite possibilities that we never thought were there. And to see how the gifts that we have been gifted by God is a beautiful thing that we can use to share the love of God through which we have already received. We've been experiencing this a lot over this summer. You know, just a few things that have been coming to mind. First, let's just recognize and celebrate that our food pantry collection for the month of August increased over this summer. We had a decrease, and yet putting out a call of faith of help us feed the hungry people who are in our midst, we were able to increase what we gave and offered out in love to the world. I think about how this summer was the first time that we've had Sunday school, playground Sunday school, which has enabled us to have our families and particularly our young children connected in through the faith community and into their relationship with God. That has been highly successful this summer. And in relation to that, I've been thinking about, I went back on the numbers. Back in 2019, for the summer Sundays, we had an average Sunday attendance of about 75, which understandably dropped during the beginning part of the pandemic. Last year, as we were building back up and trying to regather as community, our average over those summer Sundays was 68. This year, it was 80. What I see and hear in that is a deep desire and a longing for a relationship, for community with one another, to understanding the power of what this community can be, not just for ourselves, but for other people. Underlying this, I see that we understood the gift of ourselves, the gift of our presence, not just for what that does for us in faith community, but how our presence makes it a more loving place for the others around us. That when we don't show up, there is something that lacks in the community. It's honoring the gifts that God has blessed us with and seeing that we share those in relationship to other people. And that's something beautiful to celebrate. I also think about how over the course of the summer there have been intentional movements towards forming a young adult group, and this fall Tony Busanti is going to be leading a seniors empty nesters group. Again, these moments where we see that where the world might be filled with loneliness and chaos, that through our faith we can come together and create community. Through our faith we can gather together and spread the love of God that we've already known. And I even think about how over the course of this summer, our capital campaign projects have been going on. If at any point during this film you hear some jackhammers going on in the background, it's because we've got our second capital campaign project underway this summer. And that's, again, to reiterate, not to care just for this building, because for the building's sake, but that's so that our preschool, has a space to gather day in and day out so our children can learn and grow into beautiful, mature adults. That supports the many 12-step programs, the AA groups that meet here, that this is a place of solace and comfort and just life-giving space for them. How it is for us as we gather together week in and week out to not only nurture and strengthen ourselves, but so that we can serve the community, right? Through our time with Christine's Kitchen, through our food pantry collections, through our grant giving, and how we pray for one another. Yes, my friends, when we start this new year, I come into this new year excited with what we have already been doing as a community, how we're already seeing where our faith is leading us to create things and to become things that would not have been possible otherwise. And so, as we come together for this Homecoming Sunday, as we begin a new program year, I want to encourage us to hold this prayer of Saint Therese in our hearts and to feast on these words and what they mean for the world. Because what we're doing here isn't about just creating fun things to do. This, at its very core, is about honoring life and sustaining life, providing life for those, whether they worship with us or not. It's about sharing that love of God and doing the things that the world would say is impossible. So come join us this Sunday. Come join us this program year. Be a part of the community. Be a part of a faith community that is striving to do the things that the world say is impossible. And always remember that you have gifts that have been received. And this is our opportunity to pass along those gifts to the world in love, so the world may know love. God bless, friends, and I'll see you on Sunday.